Where are we going, Sam?
We're going to Ireland.
We're going to Dublin. So we are gonna go get on a bus from campus to the train station, get on a train to the airport, probably get, I don't know, we're gonna get to the airport in Cardiff, and then we are gonna go get on a flight only for an hour to Dublin. And they think somebody's coming out of the other flat, so anyway, time to go. Let's go get on the bus.
Yay.
Yay.
We're
Sam
OTW.
decided to do that. Okay.
We're OTW.
OTW to Cardiff to go to Dublin. You have anything else you want to say? Oh, okay. We're at the airport.
We made it through security. And we made it here.
We did get here. And even though we felt like we would miss our flight, we got here and we will be sitting here for another 20 minutes before they even tell us what gate we're going to.
If we got here at 7:25.
We would still manage to get on the plane. Yeah, this is the tiniest airport I've ever been in my entire life.
Really small.
It's so little. So that makes things easier. We're gonna get on the plane
It
and
took us probably there was like a long line at security. Like I think that's what they consider like a long line.
it was like 5 people. So here we are, headed to Ireland. Look of the
Yay.
Irish. Seamus Finnegan. That's how I feel about that. We just made it to the hotel in Dublin.
Yay!
That was an experience.
It was something.
But now oh my god, this bed moves so much. Why do all the beds move here? Now we are headed to go get some dinner. So, update you after that. We just absolutely destroyed some fish and chips. It was really good though. And then apparently Wales is playing Ireland tomorrow. So all the Irish are coming to Wales and we, the Welsh, have come to Ireland.
They want to beat us so bad.
I'm joking, we're not Welsh. I can't get caught claiming that. It was a joke. Anyway,
It was just a joke.
these are really good. Okay, here we're gonna do a little room tour.
Hello. Alright, so starting up we have our bathroom. It's really nice.
Really nice shower, just took a shower in it. Big area over here.
It's cute.
Yeah.
And then we walk over and we have our closet.
The hangers are like,
They don't want you to steal
so
your
you can't steal them.
hangers.
We have the safe.
No. And then we walk over and have our beds.
You may notice a size disparity between the beds.
I don't know how that happened. But it's okay.
So this is Sam's bed and that's my bed.
And then tomorrow
Tomorrow this will be my bed and that'll be Sam's bed. Pretty big TV. We were just watching you know,
movie.
some movies. Table and chairs.
We have our
Little tea and coffee station.
I probably will indulge in that.
I will be
tomorrow.
stealing all of those things, I think. Yeah. My water. Nuffle bunny. A nice little painting. I think that is Dublin. Is that a picture? That might be a photograph. Not sure. Anyway, there probably is a nice view out here.
Your eyes bleed.
Eyes bleed?
Be alone.
It's
Is that not the lyric?
It's eyes meet.
Oh, wait for you to come.
Wait for me to come home. Anyway. Dublin.
Yay!
So the first thing we did when we got to Dublin was walk down the area by the famous Temple Bar. I don't really know why it's famous, but apparently it is. We went into this place called Buzz. It was a little breakfast brunch spot. I got breakfast food like a normal person, and Sam got not breakfast food even though it was breakfast time. This was honestly the worst cup of Earl Grey I've ever had. I tried to steep it for like 10 minutes straight. The water was super hot and it was just incredibly watery, but the tea set was really cute. We got our food. I got Nutella crepes with strawberries and hazelnuts, and Sam got some sort of thing. I don't know what it was. And I'm getting interference now that it was a ham and cheese toasty, which I think just means sandwich in European. Next, we went to the Molly Malden statue, which is a famous statue where you come up to her and you rub her cleavage for good luck. And this was kind of disheartening to see. It was just weird to see all these strangers come up and rub the statue's boobs. So we sat with her for a little while and enjoyed her presence without rubbing her cleavage. Then we walked down through the weird alleyway that led us to the next place we were heading. We were on our way to the Dublin Gardens, passed by Trinity College. We wanted to go in and look at the big library, but apparently you had to pay them like €20 or something ridiculous like that. So we ended up going straight to the gardens. These were really, really beautiful. I just had a great time being out in the sunshine, looking at all of the plants. This was honestly just a really beautiful place to be. It was wonderful to be out in the sun. We had realized being here that we were kind of in the dark for a really long time. The weather in Swansea doesn't really lend itself to being super sunny, and this was the first time we had a sunny, warm day in a while. We took off our jackets, we walked around, we looked at the flowers. It was just a really nice time to be outside. So right off of the gardens inside this building, we realized there was an art installation. It was free to the public, so we ended up going inside. It was called All Flowers Bend Toward the Sun, and while we didn't really know anything about the artists or the history, it was cool to just kind of look around. I liked some of the pieces more than others. This one just kind of looks like a piece of string, but some of the photographs were really interesting, and I also really liked this painting. We popped into this little store a couple times actually this day, and I really wish I could remember what it was called, but it sold really cool, whimsical little things like these book nooks and some children's toys I had never even heard of. It was just really adorable in there. We did some shopping, and then making our way through the streets of central Dublin, we looked for somewhere to get lunch. We were kind of tired of fish and chips at this point, so we were hoping for something a little closer to home, and we ended up getting barbecue. I was really excited about the pickles because I haven't been able to find any good pickles in this continent, but they ended up being bread and butter pickles, so not really what I was looking for. But the corn was good, so was my sandwich, and then they gave us free cones of vanilla soft serve, so that was definitely a win. Now, in planning our day, Sam had mostly done all of the research. She had looked at some videos and articles online about things to do, and there was a TikTok about this place called World of Illusion. It looked really cool. It seemed like a kind of optical illusion museum that was interactive, where not just kids, but all ages could come and look at the illusions. This place was definitely a big ripoff. It was advertised with all of these different illusions and interactive elements, but mostly just comprised of printed images and a couple screens to look at. And Sam is laughing in the background as I'm recording this because we were remembering how ridiculous it was. These tickets were way overpriced. I don't even remember how much we spent on them, and I would rather forget because at the time it seemed like they were way overpriced. I mean, it was ridiculous. There were a couple classic science fair kind of things like these plasma balls that were probably cool for kids to look at, but most of it was just printed illusions explained on a little card, but some of them didn't even really work. It was not really what it was advertised to be. This was honestly the coolest part of the whole museum. It was a room where you stepped inside and shutting the door created this illusion with these mirrors and lights. It makes you kind of look like you're falling into a void. This was actually pretty trippy. They had it in a few colors, so this was the other one. I can definitely see how little kids would kind of get freaked out in here. It's really interesting visually. I wish that the rest of the museum had been more like this, but unfortunately it is not something I would recommend if you were coming to Dublin. Now, after our disappointing trip to Worlds of Illusion, we needed to head back to the hotel, get a good night's sleep, because we were getting on a flight very early the next morning. Weather conditions were not on our side. It was incredibly windy and raining, and they made us walk up the jetway to the plane. There were literally little old ladies falling over on the stairs, but we made it, and they were playing this music. So it's been a little while since we got back from Dublin. I'm actually filming this from a hotel room in Paris, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm realizing that the ceiling and walls are like warehouse themed, maybe, but I'm not inside a warehouse. I'm in a hotel room, and I'm telling you that I had a really great time in Dublin. I absolutely loved it there. I definitely want to go back at some point, and I do have another trip to Ireland planned, but it was honestly, even in the short time I spent there, one of my favorite places I've ever been. Definitely don't go to Worlds of Illusion. Even if you have little kids, I think you will be ripped off. But it was really, really nice to spend a day in Dublin. I hope I get to go back at some point. And it was just a really wonderful place to have a trip. So look out for trips to London and Disney Paris coming up. I have those coming out soon. And then my partner is coming to visit really soon. And then one of my best friends is coming. So lots of things to look forward to. And then trips to Belfast, London, and another London trip. So lots of things coming up. And thank you for keeping up with me and seeing what I've been doing. And there's more to come soon.